Tomorrow is another day, but it's always good to know what to expect, and our horoscope can help you manage your time and energy in the most constructive and satisfying way. Our astrologers work for your future and prepare your horoscope for tomorrow. Find out with one click, and compare these forecasts with today's forecasts, so you have a more global view and it's easier to manage the situation consciously. This horoscope is a real impetus to make your own choices freely. See full forecast for August 7, 2022. Capricorn. Last weekend you were too busy. Try spending time with the people closest to you this weekend. Even though work is important, family and friends should still be a priority. Overexcited people around you are making you lose it. Find a place on your own to work. Your body needs to unwind and would feel better for it. Go for relaxation, before you feel too tensed up. Don't let yourself be intimidated by your own hesitations. There's only one thing you need, and that's to move forward. For romance. Someone is trying to get close to you. You will be drawn by the pleasures of Eros. Don't try to stifle your instincts at any cost, you would regret it. Nothing is standing in your way of living. Get ahead of the rest. For finance. Safe and running smoothly. The competitive atmosphere around you will leave you entirely cold and you will feel thrown by it. For work. This looks like time for some respite. Now is the time to take stock of the last 3 weeks. Aquarius. When circumstances require you to make choices, try to make the best choices for you and for the people. Think carefully and wisely before choosing. The warmth of those around you will be very satisfying. Don't stay in your cocoon. Make the most of today by taking lots of vitamins. You need to look after yourself more. Your flexibility and understanding will put you in the good graces of people that you admire. For romance. Work on your happiness. Everything takes effort. High emotions will gently simmer down, and this will let you find some common ground. Today will be both constructive and reassuring. Your partner is more committed than you realize. For finance. Nothing to look forward to. A project connected with foreign or cultural ideas will be making good progress. Continue down this positive route. For work. You will be the main driving force in your team. It's time to break down the outer barriers. Pisces. There is a lot of work but you have to pay attention to your health. Especially those related to the stomach and liver. A need for action is pushing you into making hasty decisions. Make choices objectively. You should go green for a few days, as you are suffering from nervous strain. Organize your time to your own advantage. Don't be so opaque. Your aura of mystery is stronger than you think and is isolating you too much from other people. For romance. Having to forget the past. You will know to take your relationship problems seriously and your partner will be grateful because it. Don't expect anything in particular from them, and let yourself be surprised. For finance. Trying hard to achieve the target. There is something you want to achieve in terms of finances. Money matters will not be as boring as usual, there's nothing standing in the way of your shares. For work. Things around you are going to get heated. Don't get dragged into other people's battles, you aren't to blame. Aries. You have to stay strong and optimistic. So that whatever you do, be it career or personal matters, will run smoothly. Clear thoughts should always be in your mind. You will resolutely banish your concerns to make the most of life as far as possible. Pull the others along in your wake. You're unwittingly pushing too far. You need both rest and exercise, so take up a sporting activity. You're in a constructive and dynamic frame of mind, and your mind is in tune with your everyday reality. For romance. Don't be fooled by gossip. Exchanges with those close to you are clearly auspicious and it's time to concentrate on your private life, clarify communication and talk about your hopes and expectations. For finance. Use the earned bonuses wisely. You're going to work flat out on some difficult problems, and those around you will admire you for it. For work. Now that circumstances are becoming more favorable, you will be able to push yourself forward without forcing things. Taurus. Business instincts lead you to meet new co-workers. It could be, this is the right start to start a new business. Get everything ready. You will be feeling distracted and unmotivated. Your common sense is at a low ebb, but you are on top form psychologically. It would be a good idea to take up a non-physical leisure activity. You'll have only one desire, to get away from the reality of the daily grind. But it will be difficult to find the time. For romance. Annoyed because remembering the past. Your partner's level-headedness is driving you mad. There's no point in burying your head in the sand, you can't always agree on everything. Accept it and stand back. For finance. Trying hard to save for venture capital. You have a tendency to concentrate too much on the main points of an activity and are in danger of losing sight of the important details. For work. Your emotional levels are putting spanners in the works. Don't make any important decisions today. Gemini. Do not underestimate the health problems related to your stomach and digestive conditions. It could be a sign you should pay attention to your food intake during this time. Make an effort with yourself if the temptation becomes too strong. You are finding it difficult to keep on an even keel emotionally today. You're feeling on better form and steady enough to face what needs to be faced. Don't waste your energies on empty words. You'll be able to count on your feelings to re-establish the harmony in your relationship and have peaceful discussions. For romance. Trying to make peace with the past. Your ideals are so high, you feel dizzy. It would be a good idea to build bridges between them and reality, rather than give way to discouragement. For finance. There are sudden expenses at the beginning of the month. Your desire to be independent and to act as you like will make you rebellious in the face of authority. Think before you speak. For work. Make sure you are as open as possible in your relationships, if you want to attract opportunities, especially abroad. Cancer. You are tempted to immediately spend the last month's incentives at the shopping mall. If you can resist the temptation, you will feel many benefits throughout the next month. You will be able to shed light on an important matter with someone. It's about time you did so. You're keeping in good shape, and you'll know exactly how to maintain this. The most important thing will be to stop before completely wearing yourself out. You'll be brilliant at reconciling those severe constraints that work against each other, especially today. For romance. Still can't forget the ex-lover. You're quite happily adding fuel to the fire. You're driven by an immense need for excitement. It's definitely the moment to come out of your shell and have the courage to declare your feelings, or throw an invitation. For finance. Smart to manage money. You will tolerate the deficiencies of others more easily, because they take your mind off yours and help to find compromises. For work. You should make an effort to give a good impression and seem cordial. It'll take a lot of effort, though, you'll be lacking motivation. Leo. Expand your network for a brighter future career. You have a lot of potential that can be developed. Group activities and teamwork will be good for your ego today. You're the one who is exhausting those around you. Spare your nerves and others too. Your optimism and thirst for life will intrigue those around you. Some successful relationships are in sight. For romance. Waiting for clarity. Love with a capital L is holding out its arms to you, if you trust your own feelings. Reading a certain look will teach you more than you thought. Turn over the page regarding the past and move on. For finance. Quite a lot of expenses to buy some drugs. Everything's going to go too quickly today. There'll be tension in the air, but good teamwork will still be possible. For work. You'll make something a priority, which will be very positive in bringing you success. Focus on the long term to win. Virgo. Someone you don't expect will come and provide moral and material assistance for the problems you are currently facing. Don't forget to always be grateful for everything that goes well in your life. Being too generous could lead to some reckless spending. Don't go overboard. People will be jealous of what good shape you're in today. Don't work so hard, others see you as doing too much. Your attention is captivated by the boldest of projects. Don't cut corners, make sure your actions are covered. For romance. Still waiting for clarity from him. The way you are and the way you express yourself are full of charm. If you're single, it's time to leave your den. The encounters you could have are filled with long-term potential. For finance. There is a breath of fresh air today. Today's atmosphere will stimulate your creativity. Don't be shy to give your point of view to those close to you. For work. You won't have to let problems stand in your way. A bit more effort and everything will sort itself out. Libra. New people will come and make your life more colorful. Some of them give dark color, but many also give light color to your days. Group activities and teamwork will be good for your ego today. You're the one who is exhausting those around you. Spare your nerves and others too. The time has come to focus on the essential. You'll find unexpected satisfaction in doing so. For romance, ex-lover remains an irreplaceable figure in your heart. You're floating in a climate of softness and tenderness. This is going to enable you to see that standing back in a passive way could turn out to be very constructive. Have confidence in your partner. For finance, too generous. Good news will give you the impetus you need to go back to your projects, full of optimism. For work, today is favorable for all kinds of contacts. It's a good time to seek out your clients and suppliers. Scorpio, lots of pending work. This is because your mind is divided on many things. Focus your mind first and solve the problem at hand, then finish all pending work. Your frank speaking will bear fruit. It'll help you remain in high esteem among those around you. You're in peak physical condition. Give yourself what you want without waiting for someone else to. Don't let yourself be manipulated by false pretexts. You have your own things to do. You really need to focus on them, and on yourself. For romance, fighting over trivial things. You will be well advised to move forward and jettison those doubts which are the only things standing in your way. Excitement is in the air. Seize this chance and don't prevaricate. For finance, be careful with extra spending. Be accommodating. Updating certain people is a necessity but doesn't have to turn into a duel. For work, compromise is better for getting you out of an awkward situation with a colleague. Sagittarius, because you can't maximize your working hours, today you are forced to work overtime due to the work that is still piling up. Your kindness will bring you luck, you feel useful and the favor will be returned. You will end up having some very positive conversations, which will bring you that lift you felt you were lacking. You're in a constructive and dynamic mood. Your mind is very much in touch with the realities of life. For romance, don't be too pampered with your partner. He feels bored with your attitude on this one. Love and excitement go hand in hand today. Your natural disposition prevails and you are aware of your weaknesses, without sinking into pointless gloom. You have the wherewithal to improve things. For finance, stop buying things you don't really need. You're going to have a lot to sort out, and no time to take a step back. Get stuck in. For work, advice from those with more experience will be beneficial for making progress in your projects.